Welcome to Hazardous Toys, the hobby combat robot channel. I'm Adam the Toy Maker. Today's project will be Plastique, a 1-pound plastic antweight shell spinner. It's mostly done. We've got some finishing touches, and hopefully by the end of the video, we'll see it spinning in the test box. Let's check it out. So the problems we have to solve. We have to make sure this doesn't hit the top of the shell. We have to make sure that this spins by wiring up this brushless speed controller, which I have already tested and know works. We have to... I'm forgetting something. Oh, and we have to make sure we have a capper here that will actually hold the shell on. So those are the 3 things to do before this thing can be spun up. Let's get to work. We also have to add a spring and make it stay. The best way to do the spring is to have the wires down here underneath. In fact, I'm tempted to do a zip tie bit right there. Spinning the wires, tinning them. These are already pretty well tinned. In fact, I want to get all that gook from old wires off of there. One of my favorite things about this robot is that it doesn't matter which way the motor spins. If it goes clockwise, awesome. If it goes counterclockwise, it's the same. This motor is probably tuned to go one way or the other more efficiently. So I guess that's a concern, but I mean, the way I use the shell is I spin it one way until these front leading edges get too beat up, and then I reverse it and spin it until the other side gets too beat up, and I end up getting a lot of fights out of a shell that way. Alrighty. This, I need a new little shuttle that puts this wire out on this side, but I don't want to wait hours to print one, so I'll just see if the wires reach. And they do. I think that'll do. I think it works. I shouldn't have done any of that plugged in, not any of it. So, if I was being safe, I would plug it in, and now turn it on. All right. Yeah. Huh. I wonder what that's about. Or if it's shorting right there. Let's turn it off. Okay. I'm not too worried about this foam wheel exploding and hitting me. I guess I should have been concerned about this bolt coming off and hitting me. That's fine. All right. I'm going to 3D print a little sleeve that'll fit tightly on here and allow this nut to press down and hold the wheel securely, but for now, it will work fine like this until the nut works its way off again. Alrighty. So what problems have we solved? We've wired it up. We have talked about fixing this, but it requires a 3D printed part that doesn't exist yet. We have a spring to add. Here's the spring. And there's the other end of the spring. And that's the whole deal with the spring. Okay. Now this will hold the spring on, kinda. Well, let's behave as if that will work, even though it won't. The way this thing vibrates, something's going to get shaken apart when we try to run it. But the wheel spins. Yeah, it's a little bit high, but I think that'll be all right. Okay. Just so close. I need insurance. Let's add another washer. The lower the shell, the better, but that's just too close. Ah! There we go. When I fight, I'll add grease to all of that so it spins around smoothly. Boom. Oh, you can see the wheel turning as I spin it. Hopefully, the big problem with the old one was if I didn't have the pressure of this right, it would require more torque than the brushless motor had to spin it. But this is a better brushless motor than I used to use. Set screw. That'll do. Cool. Okay. Let's go over the test box and see what happens when we turn it on. I don't know. All right, here we go. All right, I've got the camera set up right up against the box glass. We are going to put in Plastique. This is the first weapon test. I suspect it's not going to work. Okay, it's already failing. Oh, now it's turned on. There we go. All right. Radio on. Let's spin it up. Well, not too unexpected. It wants to turn that way, huh? Well, there we go. All right, we've lost drive on one side from that. And I hear the brushless speed controller resetting. Well, that is what a weapon test looks like. This is Plastique weapon test number 2. Let's see what happens. Oh. Okay, a little out of balance. Yeah. Oh, I like this. Oh, I knocked the phone off the side. Well, I would call that a successful weapon test.